Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sah Vidyankaravavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Vakratunda Mahakaya Koti Surya Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakatyeshu Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidparam Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Gurureva Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sthavaram Jangamam Vyaptam Yatkinchit Sacharacharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Chinmayam Vyapi Yat Sarvam Trailokyam Sacharacharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sarvashruti Shiroratna Virajita Padambujaha Vedantam Puja Suryo Yaha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Chaitanya Shashvata Shanto Vyomatito Niranjanaha Bindunada Kalatitaha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Jnana-shakti Samarudhaha Tattvamala Vibhushitaha Bhukti-mukti Pradata cha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Aneka Janma Samprapta Karma Bandha Vidahine Atmajnana Pradhanena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shoshanam Bhavasindhoscha Jnapanam Sarasampadaha Puropadodakam Samyaka Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Naguroradhikam Tattvam Naguroradhikam Tapaha Tattvajnanat Param Nasti Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Gururadhiranadhischa Guruh Paramadaivatam Guru Parataram Nasti Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Mannatha Sri Jagannatha Madguru Sri Jagadguruhu Madhatma Sarvabhutatma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Tvameva Mata cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Hari Om and welcome to all of you all in this special session with Swami Satsang. I don't really need to introduce Swami Sivanandaji because I think most everybody knows about him so much. He's one of those really dynamic representing youth, one of the spiritual leaders who's been a great inspiration to all of us. So, armed with a Mac in hand, surrounded always by the latest gadgets, Swamiji represents dynamism and youth, one of the most dynamic leaders in the Chinmaya mission. He leads Chinmaya mission South Mumbai and Juhu Jogeshwari and the Chinmaya Yuva Kendra in Mumbai. Children love him dearly and look forward to his annual summer camps on various themes of spirituality, India, Hindu culture, etc. He inspires youth with a dynamic spirituality, encourages them to think and question various mediums like theater plays, treks, outdoor experiential learning programs, music, etc. Everything, all of them are used by him. He also takes the Youth Empowerment Program YEP, which is a value-based leadership program for youth who want to serve the nation and culture. He trains the youth for 3 months and the youth serve the country for 9 months. The next batch will be starting from 15th August this year. Several corporates like Piramal's, Reliance, Mahindra and Mahindra, Tata Motors, Toyota, PwC, etc., they have been addressed by him. He holds weekly discussion groups on the Bhagavad Gita for some of the top industrialists of India. He is also a playwright and has written and directed 2 theatrical performances. Adrishya, Quest for the Unseen, based on Saraswati civilization and developed India, was written and directed by him in 2009. Just like that, a play based on the Bhagavad Gita in the life of Anand family and how they discover harmony by applying the principles of Gita was written and directed in 2015. His simplicity, foresight, peaceful nature, and a balanced approach endear him to everyone. Hari Om and welcome to all of you all to this special session with Swamiji. Swamiji, we are really excited and looking forward to our session with you. Thank you. Hari Om.
Hari Om, everyone. Thank you very much for this wonderful introduction and for this beautiful opportunity. If it is possible, can I see people? Can you put on your videos? It will be nice to see all of you. Then we can interact better. Very nice. Amog, Arjun, Yuvaranjana, Srinivas. Yes. So, day after tomorrow is a very important day. What is it on day after tomorrow?
Guru Purnima.
It's the Guru Purnima. Wonderful. So what is very special about Guru Purnima? Why is it that day we celebrate Guru Purnima? Anyone? Any day we could celebrate. Now, why is only on that specific day we celebrate as a Guru Purnima day? Yes, Amog, go ahead.
Swamiji, I guess it is Vyasa Purnima as well, Vyasa's birthday.
Wonderful, definitely. So it is Bhagavan Vedavyasaji's birthday. Our topic is Gurus for the Youth, G4U. So, do you think youth require gurus? Because many times young people, they would think that, why do I even need a guru? Books are available. See, nowadays all this internet and online things and reels and so many things are there. I can learn from all of them. I can follow, I can subscribe, I can do so many things. Why do I need a guru? So, do you think guru is required? Is guru relevant today?
Definitely.
Okay. So what is the relevance? Why is guru required when so much information and knowledge is anyway available in so many mediums?
Swamiji, I would like to say that Guru is a person who guides us on what to do, because there's so many things on the net and all of that, and we don't know exactly what to do, and we don't know what is right, what is wrong, and all of that. But a guru is that exact person who can guide us through it.
Wonderful. Very good. Definitely. Some guidance is required, especially because there's so much of information overload. We don't even know which is right, which is wrong, which is authentic, which is not, and very challenging. Tell me one more thing. Have we ever learned anything, even the fundamentals? Forget the deeper things. Even fundamentals, has somebody taught us or not?
Yes.
It could be mother, it could be father, it could be siblings, it could be friends, even basic things like talking, walking, eating, so many things we are taught. And
Yes.
when we speak about Guru, we don't only speak about learning some skills. We speak about learning that inner strength, gaining that knowledge, which will make us strong, confident, which will make us courageous, which will make us know who we are truly, which will give us spiritual and illumination. So definitely, just by reading books, it won't happen. One youngster went to Gurudev, and in those times, books were available, cassettes were available, CDs had come. So that youngster asked that, why do I need a guru? If books are there, cassettes are there, CDs are there, why do I need a guru? And you know what Gurudev replied? He said, why don't you go and ask this to the book? Meaning the book can't clear our doubts. The book can't even know whether we are awake or not. We may be asleep, but a guru will definitely find out, hey, this boy is sleeping. Guru can modulate the content as per what the student's level of understanding is. So Guru is like a personal guide for us who customizes knowledge for us. Today we speak about customization. Everything gets customized. So Guru can customize knowledge and give it to us. Guru is the one who helps us to overcome obstacles on our path. We can speak, ask questions, get clarity, even in our daily life, what we are to do, what we should not do, many things which we get confused about. And there are many challenges which come subjective, objective. Guru is one who helps to overcome. So Guru is definitely required. And do you know, in our culture, the person who does not have a Guru, that person is called Nigura. And the culture says that one should never be Nigura. In the earlier days, if you see, even Bhagavan Ram and Krishna, did they have gurus or not? Who were the gurus of Bhagavan Ram? Tell me.
Sage Vasishta.
Wonderful. So one guru was Sage Vasishta. Who? Anyone else?
Vishwamitra.
Excellent. Vishwamitra Rishi. And there was one more also. It starts with V. Vasishta, Vishwamitra, and one more. These three were the gurus who were guiding Dashrath Maharaj. Vasishta. Sorry, one who is? Valmiki. No. Not Valmiki. Valmiki is a great Rishi, no doubt. But this person, and Bhagavan Ram also learned from Valmiki. When he went into the forest, he met Valmiki Rishi. All that happened. But this was a person who was a Kul Guru of Ikshvaku Vamsha itself. Starts with V. I'll give you a clue. He is the Rishi to whom the great mantra Namah Shivaya was revealed. Like how Vishwamitra Rishi is the one to whom Gayatri mantra is revealed. He is a Rishi to whom the mantra Namah Shivaya is revealed.
Sage Vasishta.
No, Vasishta is already done. Vasishta and Vishwamitra done. One more. Third Guru, to whom Namah Shivaya is revealed. That Rishi is Vamadev Rishi. So Vasishtha, Vishwamitra, Vamadeva, they were all great gurus who were guiding Ikshvaku Vamsha and Bhagavan himself. See, Bhagavan comes and does Bhagavan need Guru? One says, why do I need Guru? I am the Guru of everybody. But when he takes avatar, he also has a Guru. He also goes to the Guru. This is our tradition, our Veda and Shastra, they say that Acharyavan Purusho Veda, somebody who has an Acharya, who has a Guru, that person will know the truth. It's not easy to know the truth just by oneself. So who was the Guru of Krishna Bhagavan? Tell me. Very good.
Sandipani.
Correct. So Sandipani Rishi. So everybody in our culture, in the past, everyone used to have a Guru. Now we have all become very so-called modern and we say which Guru, what Guru, I don't need Guru and all that. But the tradition was that. So definitely Guru is required. Now, even our Gurudev had a Guru or not? 2 Gurus he had. One is Shiksha Guru, one is Diksha Guru. Who is the Shiksha Guru of Gurudev?
Swami Shivananda.
Okay, and who is the Diksha Guru then?
Swami Tapovan.
Exactly reverse. Diksha Guru is Swami Sivanandaji. From Sivanandaji Maharaj, he got the Sannyas Diksha on 25th February 1949, Shivratri day. Gurudev got Diksha, and then on his Shiksha Guru, from whom he learnt in detail. He learned from Shivanandaji also, but in detail he learned the Upanishads and Panchadashi, etc. from Swami Tapovan Maharaj in Uttarakansh. So Gurudev also had a Guru. Tapovan Maharaj also had a Guru. His Guru was Swami Shantyanandaji. Shivanandaji had a Guru. Everybody, great masters they will have. Shankaracharyaji himself had a Guru. Govinda Bhagavat Padacharya. Govind Bhagavat Padacharya had a Guru, Gauda Padacharya. So like that, there's a beautiful parampara in our country. Very few countries have this unbroken tradition of Guru Parampara, Guru Shishya Parampara. How the knowledge flows. And this knowledge is that which is our greatest contribution to the world. That is the knowledge of the truth, knowledge of the self, that we are not these limited entities. We are infinite consciousness. We are not limited by our bodies or even our mind. They have great power, no doubt, and the knowledge helps us to manifest that power and potential. But our culture says infinite is not our potential. Our nature is infinity. That beautiful knowledge our Guru Parampara gives us. And the beauty is through everything they will give this brilliant knowledge. So through art, music, dance, science, mathematics, chemistry, biology, through everything, these great masters would bring Brahma Vidya and teach to the students. And the person who compiled the Vedas brought them into this written form. Who was he?
Vedavyasa.
Yes, Vedavyasaji. That Bhagavan Vedavyasaji's birthday is what we celebrate as the Guru Purnima day. So tell me the etymological meaning of the word Guru.
Removal of darkness.
Very good. We are very intelligent youngsters here. Gu means darkness. Gukaro andhakara syat. Rukaro tannivarakaha. Ru means remover. Where is this found? The meaning of the word Guru is this beautiful shloka is in Guru Gita. And this Guru Gita is given by Bhagavan Shiva himself to Mother Parvati in Skanda Puran. So just now before we had this, we started this satsang, we chanted Guru Stotram, right? That Guru Stotram is from this Guru Gita. It has many verses. When Shivji was asked by Mother Parvati, what is the glory of a Guru? Then Shivji narrates. Mother, we have to mute that person. Somebody who's admin, please control that. So Parvati Mata asked this question, and Lord Shiva answered to Mother Parvati the glory of the Guru. So these 14 verses that we chant in Guru Stotram, they are taken from there. So Guru means one who removes the darkness. And Purnima. So why do we celebrate that? See, Purnima has a great significance. Purnima is when the moon is seen fully by us. And all of us know that, it's very difficult to look at the sun. But the reflection of that light, moon has a lot of light because of the sun. So it is easier to look at the moon. And moon also is symbolic of our mind. So Purnima has a beautiful meaning. Purnima means when the moon is full, when our mind manifests its full potential and realizes the infinite. That is the Purnima. And how will it realize the infinite? When we follow the teachings of the Guru. So to look at the sun, which is like the truth directly, is very difficult. But through the moon, we can experience the light of the sun. So through the teacher, the knowledge that the teacher gives, when we follow, we also experience that brilliance in our heart. So that's the beautiful day when we express our gratitude to all the gurus, not only in spiritual field, but in all the other fields also, wherever we have learned anything. That is our version of the Teacher's Day. Teacher's Day, actually very limited. We celebrate on 5th September, but Guru Purnima has much more power and significance because we worship Bhagavan Vedavyasaji and the entire Guru Parampara. So now, as a young person, what is important for us to understand is, if you look at the life of great gurus, can you tell me what is something which is very inspiring and common in the lives of so many great masters? Vedavyasaji, Shankaracharyaji, Tapovan Maharaj, Vivekanandaji, Gurudev, Samarth Ramdasji, so many great gurus are there in our culture. Is there something common in all of them? What is something which is very common? One thing at least which is common.
We all wanted to spread the knowledge they have attained.
Spread the knowledge they have attained. Yes, somebody else was saying something.
Same. I said, yeah.
Okay. So that spirit is called the spirit of the zeal, a missionary zeal that one has with the person who has a mission, that I have benefited from this knowledge, I want to spread it to maximum number of people. So what happens when this zeal is there, they work with such tireless spirit and they spread this knowledge far and wide. Why? Because lack of this knowledge is where we feel we are so small, we are insignificant, we have so many challenges. Now, today as a young person, confusion about careers, we don't know which career to take, confusion in relationships, challenges, mental health challenges, there's peer pressure, so many challenges. So how does one deal with all these? One needs knowledge. One needs to anchor in values, in the clarity that what is my purpose of life? Why am I here? What should I really do? If that clarity is there, challenges will still come, but one will sail through them, one will face them with courage, one will overcome them. So this knowledge is very important. Knowledge of the self, knowledge of the truth, knowledge of our the universal values. And that is what these great masters, each one in their own way, they try to share it. So what I thought is, if as young people, we know more about our gurus and we learn something inspiring from each. There are lots of things to learn from every master. Each one can learn something unique, whatever they feel inspired by, and they can imbibe it. So if these great masters, they become our role models, the gurus for the youth. If we look up to them, we derive inspiration. Many challenges in life we can just overcome. And even if you see material success, etc., did Adi Shankaracharyaji go to any IIM or IIT or ISB? Did he go any of these places? But Can you tell me one multinational company which is more than 500 years old? Just 500 years, you tell me. Has any one multinational company lasted 500 years? Shankaracharyaji established the Shankara Mathas in 7th century CE, still going on doing such wonderful work, amazing, brilliant work. You think about it. Bhagavan Vedavyasaji, did he have any institution to train leaders and I will send leaders into the world? Nothing. He was happily in the forest and he trained 4 disciples.
Is there any MNC that lasted more?
Yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make one of you, Vinodji, I'm going to make you co-host here. So that if anyone is unmuting by chance, you can just mute. Yeah. All right. So what I was saying is Vedavyasaji, he trained few disciples, gave them the knowledge of one Veda properly, and he told them, propagate this. His own son Shukadevji, he taught him Bhagavat, told him to propagate. So like that, the missionary zeal, and these great people were in not having any specific profit motive or anything. They sublimated themselves completely to the cause of sharing the knowledge, to share the divine knowledge with everyone. They didn't want anything for themselves. So, and they were such great patriots. So if you look at them even as leaders, don't look at them only as saints and say, oh, they are saints, they're avatars of Bhagavan, they can do anything, what is possible for us. You learn leadership qualities from Vedavyasaji, you learn leadership qualities from Shankaracharyaji, you learn leadership from Gurudev, you learn the selflessness and the dynamism from, let us say, Vivekanandaji. You see how Tapovan Maharaj loved nature. How many beautiful qualities are there to see from each of these great masters. So I thought today we will share some of those and we will learn. And you can also share what you feel inspired about that particular personality. So I made a short presentation that I'm going to share here. And that will, through that, we will see something very nice about our gurus. Okay, so we will have some shlokas also, and then we will have some information about various great masters. So can you tell me, before I start, what is the source of our Guru Parampara? From where does the Guru Parampara begin?
Bhagavan Shankar.
Wonderful. So one is Bhagavan Shiva himself. So we will start. Dakshinamurti, yes. Dakshinamurti, Bhagavan Shivji. So here we are. Now we're going to start. So first is this shloka. You must have learned. If you don't know, then you can learn. Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. So this is a beautiful shloka, simple one. It says Sada Shiva Samarambham, right from the time when Lord Shivji, from Shivji, the parampara starts. And in between is Bhagavan Shankaracharyaji, who is again an avatar of Shivji. And then Asmadacharya Paryantam, till our Acharya, whoever we are learning from, our Gurudev, Tapovan Maharaj. So all of them, our salutations to the entire Guru Parampara. There is a simple shloka. Now, we'll come to some amazing facts about Lord Shiva, because the parampara starts from there. So there are two paramparas in our culture. One is Shiva Parampara, one is Vishnu Parampara. So I'll tell you Vishnu Parampara in some time. So tell me something amazing about Lord Shiva.
Ashutosa.
So he is Ashutosha. Ashutosha means what?
One who fulfills his devotees' wishes very quickly.
Yes, Ashu means quickly. Tosha, who gets pleased very easily and fulfills the devotees' wish very quickly. Yes.
He can be as humble as or
He can be as humble as,
can.
sorry, I didn't get it fully. He can be as humble as,
He can be as humble as like he'll be the most humble,
he's the most humble one. Okay.
but he can shift into his other form very.
The audio is breaking somehow. So maybe you are trying to say that he is very humble and yet he can be most powerful also, and he is a lot of destruction also. I think. Yeah, go ahead. Please share. Yeah, anything else? Bhagavan Shiva.
Swamiji, he usually meditates, but then when he gets angry, he has the capacity to destroy the whole universe.
Correct. He generally is very shant swabhav. He meditates. But if he wants, he can open his third eye also. So he has anger in his control. Wonderful. So that also teaches us that it's not that always one has to be goody-goody and peaceful only. If required, anger has to be used as a tool, but anger should never control us. That mastery of the mind one should have. That is Bhagavan Shiva. Yes. Somebody else had unmuted. Please go ahead.
He is easily pleased.
Yes, that is done. Ashutosh already done. Easily pleased.
He has a very simple nature.
He dances well.
He dances so brilliantly. He is the Lord of dance. So see his beauty. He can be in meditation for a long time and he can also dance blissfully, and he can, he is the Lord Nataraj. The entire creation actually is his dance. It is his play. There's a brilliant book called The Tao of Physics. If any of you have read, it is written by Fridtjof Capra. In that Fridtjof Capra, he says that Nataraja is the symbol of the primordial energy which is dancing, which is found in every subatomic particle. So the tremendous power that is there in the atom, in the subatomic particles, and today we know string, quarks, all that, that entire energy, he says, that's nothing but Lord Shiva. And the dance of Shiva, that symbolizes the dance of creation and destruction. It gives a beautiful symbolism there. So even science, and in CERN, there is a statue of Lord Shiva. Are you aware of that? That institution where they do this, this Higgs boson and many of these particles and such research is done in CERN in Switzerland. There, outside their institute, right as you enter, there's a huge murti of Nataraja. Why is Nataraja a so-called religious symbol there outside CERN? Have you ever thought? If you want to, you can do your Google research and find out that Shivji is there in CERN. So, this is the beauty of Shivji. He dances, he's the Lord of dance. I'm going to share some brilliant aspects about. So tell me, what does the name Shiva mean? Shiva means what?
Swamiji, the one who is peaceful.
Okay, peaceful. Okay. Shiva literally means auspicious. So, this name is found exactly in the center of the entire Vedic literature. That's another beautiful aspect of Shiva. So, Vidyasu Shrutirutkrishta Rudraikadashini Shrutau Tatra Panchakshari Tasya Shiva Ityaksharadvaya. In the center of the entire Vedic literature, you will find these two words, Shi and Va. And Shiva means auspicious, gracious, kind, benign. He is also the god of destruction. So Gurudev used to say constructive destruction is what Shivji does. For any construction to happen, it has to be preceded by a destruction. Then, the word Shiva, If you reverse it, what you will get? Vashi. So if we have to be auspicious, we have to be masters of our own body, mind, and intellect. If we swap the word, we get Vashi. So Vashi means one who has mastered one's body, mind, intellect. So through yoga, through dhyan, through all the different sadhanas, one can master the body, mind, intellect, align them. That's the MBA that youth have to do. What is the MBA that every youngster has to do? No, Swamiji, I am a science student. No, Swamiji, I am an art student. I don't need to do MBA. No, every youngster has to do MBA. What is that MBA? Mind, body, alignment. If we do mind, body alignment, whatever we are wanting to achieve, we will be able to achieve successfully. Shivji is a symbol of that, whose body, mind, intellect are aligned to the right purpose. Many times our body, mind, intellect is not aligned. It is in all different directions. So Shivji represents an integrated personality. Shiva also means that in which everything rests, one who provides rest to everything. The entire creation goes back to him. He is the Lord of destruction. Again can emerge from him. And Shiva is one who puts everything in rest. One who ends, one who stops, one who calms, one who finishes, one who heals, one who blesses us. All that is Lord Shiva. So what are the beautiful aspects? Some of them which you already said. He is the Adi Guru. He is the founder of yoga, founder of Sanskrit. You know, the entire Sanskrit language came from the Damru of Shivji. Maheshwara Sutras, 14 sutras of Lord Shiva. If you know to chant those Maheshwara Sutras properly, it is a beautiful training in phonetics. The entire Sanskrit language is like that. And it just came from Damru of Shivji. So what does it say? So what are the 14 sutras? Anybody knows? Anybody learned Sanskrit here? Oh, very good. I'm so glad you know it. Can you chant it, please?
Ayun Rilrik Eong Ayauch Hayavarat Lan Nyamangananam Jabhai Ghadadash Jabha Ghadadash Kapha Chatata Chatatav Kapai Shashasar Hal.
Wow, excellent. This is beautiful Maheshwar Sutras. Ayun Rilrik Eong Ayauch Hayavarat Lan Nyamangananam Jabhai Ghadadash Jabha Ghadadash Kapha Chatata Chatatav Kapai Shashasar Hal. These are 14 sutras. The entire Sanskrit language came from there. So this beautiful language in which all our scriptures are written came from Shivji. Dance originated from Shivji. Ever engaged in meditation is immortal even after drinking poison. See, Devatas become immortal by drinking Amrit, but Shivji is immortal after drinking even poison. अमृत पी के जो अमर है वो है देव, विष पीकर भी जो अमर है वो है महादेव. That is our Shivji. And one who is capable of withstanding the force of Gangaji. And he brought, because of him, Gangaji flows on the earth. Gangaji symbolizes the spiritual knowledge and the knowledge which is not easy to access, which was flowing in the Akash Ganga it was. And Bhagirath did lot of prayatna, and then Shivji manifested, received Gangaji from Akash. And you know the place where he received Gangaji? Very amazing. The place where he received Gangaji is in Gangotri. And the Shila on which Bhagavan Shiva stood and received Gangaji, it is said, so that Shila is right outside Tapovan Kutir in Gangotri. People say this is the Shila. Now one may say that, oh, Gangaji comes from the Gomukh glacier and it is not some river which is falling from the sky. But the point is, it is symbolic also of this knowledge of the truth, which is not very easy to understand and access, which is beyond the human intellect, comprehension. Shivji is the Guru Tattva who experiences that whole thing and then gives it out in small quantities to everyone so that people can be benefited from it and their lives get transformed. If Gangaji flows as it is on the earth, it will destroy the entire earth. Same way, if gurus are not there, if the knowledge is not given in way in which we can understand, then it will not benefit any of us. It can even become destructive. So that is Shivji. So he is the one who brings the knowledge into the lives of people and who is equanimous in spite of all contradictions. See, these are 21 incarnations of Shivji in Shiv Puran. Like we know Dashavatar, right, of Vishnu Bhagavan. But Vishnu Bhagavan's avatar are not only 10. There are many, many avatars of Vishnu Bhagavan. But Shivji's avatar, many of us don't know. These are all Shivji's avatars. 21 specific avatars are there. Like Vishnu Bhagavan's avatars are in Bhagavatam. Like that here, Shivji's avatars are mentioned in Shiv Puran. So Grihapati, Aksheshwara, Sharabha, Ekadasha, Rudra. Durvasa Muni is an Amsha of Shivji and he is born to Atri Rishi and Anasuya Devi. So we think Durvasa Muni is, some angry saint and always he only keeps giving curses to people and, why should a saint get angry? We may ask like that. But Durvasa Muni, whenever he does any of this, it is only to bring out the glory of Bhakta or Bhakti or Bhagwan. He doesn't take it personally and get angry because he is hurt. It appears like that in the story, but if you see the end result, always it will be that Bhakta, Bhakti or Bhagwan will get glorified. So that is Durvasa Muni. Then Bhairava, Hanumanji, all of you know, is Amsha of Shivji. Vrishabha, Pippalada Muni, who gave Prashnopanishad. Vaishyanatha, Vijeshwara, Yatinatha, Krishna Darshan, Advadhuteshwara, Bhikshuvarya, Sureshwara, people call Sureshwaracharya also that. Brahmachari, Adi Shankaracharyaji also. Natanartaka, Sadhu, Vibhu Ashwathama and Kirata. These are all incarnations of Shivji mentioned in Shiv Puran. There are others also which Shiv Puran may not mention, like I said, Shankaracharyaji. But the point here is that this is the parampara. So many ways in which Bhagavan comes and gives the knowledge. So one parampara is Shivji's parampara. And other parampara is called Vishnu Bhagavan's parampara. You see this one. Narayanam Padmabhuvam Vasishtham Shaktim Chatat Putra Parasharam Cha Vyasam Shukam Gauda Padam Mahantam Govinda Yogindra Mathasya Shishyam Shri Shankaracharya Mathasya Padma Padam Cha Hasta Malakam Cha Shishyam Tam Totakam Vartikakara Manyan Asmad Gurun Santatamanatosmi. This is the Vishnu Parampara. Right from Vishnu Bhagavan it starts. You see, Narayanam. Vishnu Bhagavan is the first one. From his Nabhi comes, who comes out of his Nabhi? In Bhagavatam it is said.
Brahma.
Brahmaji. Padmabhuvam means Brahmaji. Brahmaji's Manasaputra is Vasishta Rishi. And one inspiring thing about Vasishta Rishi, he is the Kula Guru of the entire Ikshvaku Vamsha. Just imagine, one person is the Guru of the whole Ikshvaku Vamsha. And he's a Sapta Rishi, one of the great 7 rishis. So Vasishta is his mind-born son. Vasishta's son is Shakti. His son is Parashar Rishi. Parashar Rishi's son is Vedavyasaji. Vedavyasaji's son is Shukdev Maharaj. Then Shukdev Maharaj was the Guru of Gaudapada. Then Gaudapada is the Guru of Govinda Bhagavat Pada. Govinda Bhagavat Pada is the Guru of Shankaracharyaji. Shankaracharya is the Guru of Padmapada, Hastamalaka, Totakacharya and Sureshwaracharya. It's called Vartikakara. And up to our Guru. So Sivanandaji Maharaj comes under the Sringeri Mat Parampara. Then Gurudev got Diksha from him. So our Gurus all come under the Shankaracharyaji's Parampara. So these are great Gurus who are there. So Vyasa Purnima is what we are celebrating. See why this is important for us to understand as young people. because these are our roots. This is our source. And we should know that in the parampara, when the knowledge is being given, it is a time-tested knowledge. So many great masters have passed on this knowledge. It is not somebody's creation. Like Gurudev always used to say, this, what knowledge he is giving is not a Chinmaya philosophy. It is the philosophy which is found in the Vedas and which is being given by our great Guru Parampara. And so it is a time-tested knowledge. Otherwise, many people create their own philosophies, their own knowledge, and their own way of life, and then everybody else becomes a guinea pig to experiment. This is not like that. So that's why parampara is very important. So here is Vedavyasaji. Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhi. So can you tell me what all did Vedavyasaji do? That's a beautiful shloka there. Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Pullara Vindayata Patra Netra Yena Tvaya Bharata Taila Puna Pradvalito Jnanamaya Pradipa. So what is the glory of Vedavyasaji?
He is the author of Mahabharata and the Bhagavad Gita.
Very good. So he is the author of Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita. Yes. Then,
He divided the Vedas into 4 sections.
excellent. So he divided the Vedas into 4 sections. 4 parts, Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharva Veda, 4 parts. And then each Veda into 3 sections. Broadly. So Karma Kand, Upasana Kand, Jnana Kand. Then what else did he do? Just imagine one person doing all this. Anything else did he write?
He wrote the 18 Puranas.
Excellent. 18 Puranas also he wrote. You know, the Puranas also are classified. 6 Puranas for Shiva, 6 for Vishnu, 6 for Devi. Like that, 18 are there. He didn't stop with this. He further wrote, what did he write?
18
Bhagavatam.
Yes, Bhagavatam is a Mahapuran, one of the 18, but it's also called Mahapuran. So he wrote Bhagavatam, no doubt. Something else also he wrote.
Swamiji also wrote 18 minor Puranas in addition to the major Puranas.
Correct. So those are called 18 Upapuranas. So he wrote 18 Puranas, then 18 Upapuranas. Mahabharata is the world's largest poem. How many shlokas does it have? Any guesses?
1 lakh.
1 lakh.
1 lakh verses. Mahabharata has 1 lakh verses. Bhagavatam, 18,000. Like that, if you see, he wrote 18 Puranas, 18 Upapuranas, Mahabharata, compiled the Vedas, classified them, categorized them. Then he wrote Brahma Sutras also, Vedanta Sutras. That's
He
why.
wrote even Drona Parva, right?
Yeah, Drona Parva is one of the Parva in Mahabharata, 18 Parvas of Mahabharata. Na? In that, Drona Parva is one. So, entire Mahabharata he only wrote. So, that's why it's called mighty intellect. Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe. Just imagine the work that he has done. If you and I write a poem, will anybody remember that poem after even 10 days? Will anybody teach that poem to somebody? Vedavyasaji's compositions, we are learning from so many generations. And even today, people are learning. And it is not only spiritual knowledge he wrote. He wrote, if you open Mahabharata and read, it is so amazing. You know, law of gravity is mentioned just like that in Mahabharata. The connection of the moon to the tidal waves in the ocean is mentioned just like that in Mahabharata, where Vedavyasaji writes that when moon is closer to the earth, the waters of the ocean rise much higher. Just like that, he has written that. Which people will take many years and scientific research to be done. He has written it just like that because that's the power. The spiritual knowledge and the intuitive capabilities are so high. So that's why I said Vedavyasaji, we think about it. What a great vision he had. to revive Sanatana Dharma. And he knew that the culture is going to decline as the Kali Yuga, starts. Already from Satyuga onwards, the human beings' capacities keep on declining. But especially in Kali Yuga, memory will fail a lot. So from the oral tradition, he brought it down to what? The written tradition and compiled the Vedas. So Vyasa literally means a compiler. And Vyasa also means a chord. In a circle, which is the longest chord?
Diameter.
Diameter is the longest chord. So this diameter is the chord which measures the whole circle. So Vyasa means that diameter. One meaning of Vyasa is compiler, and he compiled the Vedas. Other meaning of Vyasa is one who is like a diameter. The diameter is the one which measures the circle. The only chord which can measure a circle completely is a diameter. So circle is symbol of perfection, Purnatvam. Vedavyasaji is one who experienced that Purnatvam, and he brought that Purnatvam to everyone, fulfillment to everyone. And do you know what was Vedavyasaji's name when he was born?
Swamiji, Krishna Dvaipaya.
Krishna Dvaipaya.
Very good. So his name was Krishna Dvaipayan. He was born on an island. And he was born to whom?
Parashar and Satyavati.
Yes, Parashar Rishi and Satyavati. So again, very interesting. Parashar Rishi is a great Rishi. Satyavati is also called Matsyagandha, who was the daughter of a fisherwoman. And to both of them, Bhagavan Vedavyasaji was born. And the story is very interesting. When Parashar Rishi wants to cross the lake and he has to go, there was nobody. So Matsyagandha was there, Satyavati. She took Parashar Rishi. And Parashar Rishi was a great astrologer also. He understood that at such and such time, right now, in few minutes, if a child is born, the planetary constellations are such that if a child is born now, that child will, will be a great person who will revive our Sanatana Dharma brilliantly. So he tells Satyavati, he tells Matsyagandha, that this is what it is. He was not a victim of lust or anything like that. But he was somebody who was a great visionary master. So he explained to Satyavati, and on that island, so Satyavati was very shy. She said, what are you saying and how will this happen? So he created mist around that whole island, and then the child was born. So Vedavyasaji did not go through the process of 9 months as any other regular child would be. He was born instant to Satyavati and Parashar Rishi. And as soon as he was born, he grew up also. And he told the mother that I need to go. Whenever you need me, you call me, I will come. But I have to go. I am born for a specific purpose. And so I am going to revive Sanatana Dharma. So Satyavati, see what happened is very interesting. Parashar Rishi went away after Vedavyasaji is born. Vedavyasaji, as soon as he is born, he grows up and he immediately tells her that I also need to go. And he also goes. The Satyavati is left alone. But that great woman, she understood that this is what is needed for our culture, and it was not some kind of a selfish interest that she had. So she let go of the son. And of course, we know that when she wanted, so finally she got married to Shantanu, and that Mahabharata story all of you know. And when she remembered, Vedavyasaji came also, helped her out, and Ambika, Ambalika, all that, so Dhritarashtra, Pandu, all of them were born. So Vedavyasaji also kept his word. So such a great master was Vedavyasaji. And what is the beauty of his birth to Parashar Rishi and Satyavati? Parashar Rishi is a great master. Satyavati is a fisherwoman. So fisherwoman, what will the fisherman or fisherwoman do? They will go deep into the oceans, cast the net there, bring the fish from the oceans to the shores and sell it and make that fish available to the common people. So she represents the spirit of dynamism and the missionary zeal. And Parashar Rishi is a great tapasvi. A combination of both these is Vedavyasaji. So he had great realization of the truth and that dynamism and missionary zeal to bring it from the depth of the Vedic realizations to the common masses. So through the Mahabharata, through the Puranas, through the literature that he wrote, he made it easily accessible to people. That is the spirit. Each of the great leaders thought that as per today's time, in their situation, what would be the best, and they presented it to the people. That's the beauty of the great master. So that is Vedavyasaji, who was such a great master, who is called as Vishnu's avatar himself. So see what Gurudev says about Vedavyasaji. The versatile genius of Vyasa has never left anything that he has touched without raising it to the sublimest heights of sheer perfection. With unimaginable capacities for incomparable poetry, unapproachable prose diction, chaste descriptions, artistic literary designs, original innovations, both in thought and form, a brilliant philosopher, a consummate man of wisdom, a genius in worldly knowledge, now in the palace, now in the battlefield, now in Badrinath, now among the silent snowy peaks, strode the colossus Sri Vyasa as an embodiment of what is best in the Hindu tradition and in the Aryan culture. Such an all-round genius has not yet been reported ever to have born, lived, or achieved in the history of the globe. This is what Gurudev speaks on Vedavyasaji. So, do you know Vedavyasaji is, there is a gufa of Vedavyasaji even today, where he sat and he gave the Mahabharata. Do you know Mahabharata was not dictated? A lot of artistic depictions show that Vedavyasaji is sitting and Ganesh is next to him and Ganesh is writing with his tusk, you know. But the brilliant thing about Mahabharata is not one word was spoken. Not one word was spoken. Then how did this Mahabharata happen? How many of you have gone to Badrinath? Anybody has gone to Badrinath here? You have not visited Badrinath? Anybody?
Yes.
Oh, very good. Some of you have gone. Very nice. If you others can, please definitely go to these 4 dhams, Yamunotri, Gangotri, Badrinath, Kedarnath. These are brilliant places. Very spiritually charged, powerful places. So Badrinath, if you go to, little ahead, if you go from the temple in a village called Mana village, you will find Vyasa Gufa is there and Ganesh Gufa is down. The tradition says that Vyasa Maharshi used to sit in his gufa, Ganeshji would be in his gufa, and there was thought transference. Not one word is spoken. Through the sankalpa alone, through the thought alone, he will think the shloka, Ganeshji will listen. He is anyway Buddhi Devata, so he knows. And he's sitting there and he's writing. That is Bhagavan Vedavyasaji, such a great master. And this amazing things about him are what? Vyasa means a compiler. He was born instantly and grew up immediately, became a hermit, a radiant hermit with devotion and went away for penance and cultural revival. He was born in a temporary island on the Yamuna river. Compiled the Vedas on the banks of Saraswati, authored the Mahabharata at Badrinath on the banks of Alaknanda. Alaknanda is another this thing of Ganga only, name for Gangaji. In 2.5 years, he finished the Mahabharata. Think about it. Shukadevji was born when Bhagavan Vedavyasa was making fire by attrition and was infatuated upon seeing a Ghritachi, a celestial damsel in the form of a parrot. And that's why that name is Shuka. Shuka means a parrot. So Shukadevji was born like that to him. And do you know, in every yuga, there is one different Vedavyasa. So, so every Manvantara, not yuga, sorry. In every Manvantara, a Vyasa is born in the Dwapar Yuga only. So this is the 28th Manvantara that is going on. And these are all different Vedavyasas. Brahma, Prajapati, Shukra, Brahaspati, Surya, Dharmaraj, Indra, Vasishtha, all these, they have become Vedavyasas, and this Manvantara's Vedavyasa is Krishna Dvaipayana. So this Vedavyasa is like that one position where different jivas come, they become Vedavyasa, and they do this work of revival of Sanatana Dharma. So Vedavyasaji, Shivji we saw. Now we come to Shankaracharyaji. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram. So salutations to that Shankaracharyaji, who is the very abode of all knowledge of Shruti, Smriti, Purana, Veda, the Smritis and the Puranas, and who is very compassionate and ever engaged in the welfare of the world. So Shankaracharyaji, how many years did he live? Anyone? 32. 32. Yes. You see here, is born, today people say 788 CE, but there is a lot of debate about it, the time of his birth. Shiva Guru and Aryamba are the parents. Upanayanam was done at 5. He mastered the Vedas by age of 6, and by 8 he took sannyas. Just imagine what a mind he had. And he was so clear. His father passed away very early in life. Mother was alone. But he saw the culture has declined so much. He said, I have to go. I have to revive this culture. So he took permission from his mother, took sannyas, went to find his teacher. All the way from Kerala, he walked up to which place? Where did he find his teacher? Anybody knows? He found his teacher in Madhya Pradesh, in Omkareshwar. If you go to Omkareshwar today also, there is a gufa. There is a place where which is the place where Shankaracharyaji met his teacher. Now, of course, in Omkareshwar, a huge 108 meters long big murti of Shankaracharyaji is coming up there, just at Omkareshwar. So, he is the one. He went in search of his guru, reached Omkareshwar near Narmada. By foot he went, 8-year-old child, having taken sannyas. And by 16, he wrote commentaries on the Gita, Brahma Sutra and the Upanishads. Just think about it. When we say gurus for the youth, all these are young people. Vedavyasaji, young person when he went to revive the culture. Shankaracharyaji, young person. You know, at 16, he finished the commentaries, traveled across the country 4 times in the next 16 years to establish temples, mathas, wrote stotrams, had debates. Champion of Advaita philosophy, revived the entire Sanatana Vedic Dharma, which had got declined. And because of that, Buddhism came up, and Buddhism also went through decline. At such a time, he revived. No Facebook that time, no Instagram that time, no email, no fax, nothing. But this young person took upon himself, and nobody told him that you should do this. He could have thought for himself, no, that I will live my own life, I will become a great person, I will earn wealth, I will, enjoy a luxurious life. Nothing wrong in doing any of this, but he felt that this culture needs my dedication, time, effort, and he dedicated himself to revive the culture. Because he was convinced from within that this is a beautiful culture, Vedic culture, and we must share this with people. So it's up to us as young people how much we value our culture and how much we live by it, and then how much we share it with others. Otherwise, we look up to the others, we look up to the West, we look up to everywhere else, and we just imitate them. without even knowing many things, without knowing why we are doing certain things, and we leave our culture and then we blindly imitate others. There's nothing wrong in taking something good from others, but we should not leave our culture and forget our roots. So Guru Purnima is a great reminder for that. So this is Shankaracharyaji. Then I will come to Sivanandaji. Can we take 10 minutes more? Our time is 4 to 5, or what was our time? Our time is up to 5:30, is it? Okay, then great. Then we have enough time. So here, the beautiful another shloka, Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam. That Shivji has come as Shankaracharya and Vishnu Bhagavan has come as Vedavyasa. Keshavam Badarayanam. Sutra Bhashya Krita Vande. One who wrote Brahma Sutra is Vedavyasaji, and Bhashya commentary who wrote on the Gita Upanishad Brahma Sutra is Shankaracharyaji. To both these great masters, Bhagavantav Punah Punaha. We salute again and again. See here, if you remember, Shankaracharyaji was destined to live how many years? When he was born,
16.
16.
only 16 years. Then how did he live for 32 years? Swamiji, that prediction was false. That's all. He lived for 32 years. So easy. You know, when he wrote, yes, Lina, you want to share something? Please go ahead.
Vedavyasaji gave him a boon, wrote his remaining work, so he gets more 16 years.
Correct. So, very interesting is, one day one old man comes to meet Shankaracharyaji. And he keeps asking him questions on the Brahma Sutra. On the commentary that Shankaracharyaji wrote, this old man had read, and he says, I want to ask you questions, and they have a debate. And for many days it goes on. And Shankaracharya is also answering, he is also asking, and it keeps going on. Suddenly Padmapada realizes that this person is not an ordinary person. It seems that he is Vedavyasa only. And he tells Shankaracharyaji that I think Vedavyasaji himself has come here in this form. How can Vedavyasaji come there? Because Vedavyasaji is a Chiranjeevi. Till the end of this Kalpa, he will be there. So Vedavyasaji, suddenly Shankaracharya realized, oh God, is none other than Vedavyas Bhagavan himself. And he prostrates. Vedavyasaji is very happy, and he says that I came here to see what commentary you had written and how good is that, and are there any flaws in it, but you have done flawless work. And this knowledge and your clarity, with that you must inspire more people. So he gave 16 more years to Shankaracharya. And that is how Shankaracharya lived for 32. And is there a Samadhi of Shankaracharya anywhere? Adi Shankaracharya, I am asking. Is there any Samadhi anywhere?
Is it in Joshimath?
Joshimath? No, it is not there in Joshimath.
Kaladi?
Sorry?
Kaladi?
Kaladi. No, Kaladi is the...
And Kashmir?
No, not Kashmir. Not Kashmir. Kedarnath. Kedarnath is not the place where his Samadhi is there. Kedarnath is actually the place where he disappeared finally. See, Kaladi is the place of his father, the house where he grew up. But the tradition in Kerala is the maternal tradition where the child is delivered in the mother's house. That house, mother's house, is in Velianad, and which is where our today Chinmaya International Foundation is there. And Sanskrit research and many things are happening from there. And Gurudev ensured that house is preserved in the same traditional style. So there is no change there. And what a great, tribute that Gurudev offered to Shankaracharyaji, and how Bhagavan chose Gurudev to maintain that house. You know, that sad situation is that the house was being, it was dilapidated, and the family which was staying there, one Nambudri family, were not able to maintain, because it's quite a big property and place. They were wanting to sell it. Just imagine, by now it should have been a national monument of heritage value, and it should have been a very different type of a maintained place. But unfortunately, as Hindus, we have not valued our culture, our great masters, and our philosophy. So it was in a very dilapidated state. And somehow the news went to Gurudev that this place where Shankaracharyaji is born, that place is, the person wants to sell it. Immediately Gurudev said, don't bargain anything with that person. Whatever that person says, you pay that much and pay little extra, but get that place. We must maintain that place. And so, as what Gurudev said, we followed. And that is how today the birthplace of Shankaracharyaji is Velianad, which is there. And when he departed, he composed the last composition is Sadhana Panchakam. And such a great master who traveled across the country, did so many debates, revived Sanatana Dharma, built so many temples, established 4 mathas, organized the sannyas parampara, Dashnami sannyas parampara, Naga sadhus. Many of that which he did, akhadas he established to protect Sanatana Dharma. All this he did. But when he went silently, no fanfare, no groups of people and, oh, we are going to miss you, don't leave us, and no farewell, nothing. 4 disciples were there. He taught them Sadhana Panchakam, quietly went behind Kedarnath Mandir, went into the mountains, just disappeared. As a great master, Shankaracharyaji. So this is our 2 great masters, Vedavyasaji and Shankaracharyaji, they both met. And so Vyasa Purnima, Guru Purnima, we celebrate that. Now here I'm going to share about Sivanandaji, a very nice, what we call a song. See, about Sivanandaji, I didn't take about his life. He was a doctor in Malaya. And then he felt inspired with this knowledge. He left his practice of medicine, came to Bharat, learned the Vedanta philosophy, took Diksha under Shringeri Math, became a sannyasi, Swami Shivananda, dedicated his life to sharing the knowledge with great, the people in the country and across the world. So he is Swami Shivanandaji, and he used to sing this very nice song. So I thought I will share that song with you. This song, he used to call it a song of 18 itis. There are 18 words which are ending with iti, I-T-Y. And he would say that these 18 values, if we have, it's enough. We will realize the truth. You just listen to that beautiful one. If you like it, you can memorize it also. I will share it separately on the WhatsApp group.
Serenity, regularity, absence of vanity, sincerity, simplicity, veracity. Serenity, regularity, absence of vanity, sincerity, simplicity, veracity. Equanimity, fixity, non-irritability, adaptability, humility, tenacity, integrity, nobility, magnanimity, charity, generosity, purity. Practically these 18 itis will soon attain immortality. Brahman is the only real entity. Is a so and so is a false entity. He will abide in eternity and infinity. He will behold unity in diversity. You cannot attain this in the university, but you can attain this in the forest university.
Simple song, very nice one. how he says these 18 it is, if we have, we will attain immortality. So what are some amazing facts about Sivanandaji? He was born in the lineage of the great Appaya Dikshitar, great sadhu or saint. Very embodiment of service. He used to serve, so many people, in those times, if you see in Rishikesh, Divine Life Society, which is there, if you go to Rishikesh, please go to Divine Life Society. Today, unfortunately, what has happened, Rishikesh has become one place where people go for adventure and rafting and bungee jumping and whatnot. But they miss out on this. Appaya Dikshita, the Divine Life Society is a beautiful ashram there. He set up all this by himself there, Shivanandaji Maharaj. People who used to have leprosy, he used to carry them himself and bring them to the ashram and treat them. It's such an infectious disease, but he was fearless and he was very selfless, genuinely selfless person who was there to serve the masses. In those times, the only ashram which taught in English in Rishikesh in 1940s. And that's how Gurudev went to that ashram, and he went there to expose the bluff of the sadhus, as he would call it. And now imagine this great master has produced such disciples who are by themselves world-renowned spiritual masters. All of them, their guru is only one. Chidanandaji Maharaj, who succeeded Shivanandaji. Swami Chinmayanandaji, who established our mission. Swami Satyanandaji, who established Bihar School of Yoga. Vishnu Devanandaji, who took yoga to the West. Like that, there are so many great people who established world-renowned organizations. All of them came from Shivanandaji. So just give me a minute. Somebody's at the door, right? So this is about Sivanandaji Maharaj. Then have you seen Tapovan Maharaj's video? There's only one video of Tapovan Maharaj and Shivanandaji. I just want to share that one. Beautiful video where Tapovan Maharaj visits the Divine Life Society on the 75th birthday of Shivanandaji Maharaj. So the Diamond Jubilee of Shivanandaji, lots of Mahatmas visited. There's one video which has the entire compilation of so many Mahatmas visiting Divine Life Society. In that, one small portion is where Tapovan Maharaj visits. That's the only video footage we have of Tapovan Maharaj. So I thought I want to share that with you because a great master like Tapovan Maharaj, we should at least, his darshan only is a great punya. See. Oh, sorry, this one. Now here.
I bridge, see, on foot and then a little group. This is the guru of Swami Chinmayanandaji Maharaj. Swami Tapovan of Uttarkashi, very well known saint, very great meditator, and great scholar. Tapovan and Swami Shivanji were old-time companions when Gurudev first reached Rishikesh in 1924 and later on went and settled down in Sargashram on the other bank of the Ganges. At that time, Swami Tapovan also was living in Sargashram on the opposite bank of the Ganges. So they have been early companions. Long before Sivanandaji came to be known to the world, he and Tapovan were companions in penance and spiritual living in Sargashram. So they meet again. He used to come every year in winter down. Tapovan, Swamiji is showing him all around. Here they are going into the office. Swami is explaining to him the different departments. Then Swami Tapovanam is he's receiving some literature and people are prostrating to him. Chinmaya, Swami Chinmayanandaji got all his training in Upanishad Gita from Tapovan. And the silent saint constantly immersed in God.
This is a short video of Tapovan Maharaj and Sivanandaji together. These are some beautiful pictures of Tapovan Maharaj. Look at him, how brilliant he is and what tejas on his face. Even in his old age, as a young person, how amazing he was. You know, he decided to take sannyas, and that is the time his father passed away and his brother was young. So he waited for 8 years. He continued to work to support his family, waited for 8 years, and then finally took sannyas and went to the Himalayas. And once he went to the Himalayas, he never came down. The maximum he came was up to Rishikesh in the mountains. Otherwise, above Rishikesh, Uttarkashi, Gangotri, Gomukh, and everywhere he did. Kailash Yatra he did twice on foot with just one cloth and one extra pair of clothes. That's all. No extra, today how we have all warm clothes and everything to cover ourselves and muffler and gloves and this and that. Nothing. And Queen of Nepal was his disciple. King of Tehri, that time, this whole area was called Tehri, that Garhwal area, Uttarakhand, is called Tehri. King of Tehri was his disciple. But he was living a very simple life. The place where he's sitting, you see on the left side, that is a Tapovan Kutir, a simple mud plastered hut, that's all. Even today it is there in Uttarkashi, a very, very powerful place. So this is our Tapovan Maharaj. See how he is. This is his kutia where he's sitting in Gangotri. On the right side, the landscape photo which is there, that is the kutia in Gangotri. And see the dimensions of that kutia. This is the kutia. Even today, this is there at Gangotri. In front of this only, what I told you, the place where Shivji stood and received Ganga, it is there. That Shila is there in front of this only. So this is our great Guru Tapovan Maharaj, and this is with Gurudev. This is how Uttarkashi ashram is. Today around it, the whole ashram has come out, but the kutia is as it is. But Gurudev studied under Tapovan Maharaj in these conditions in a simple mud plastered hut. It is there. Tapovan means a forest of austerities. And if sannyas has to find one abode, Tapovan Maharaj would be that abode. So being an epitome of Vairagya, Swami Tapovanam followed sannyas dharma very rigorously. As a result, he had very, very few possessions. What we have today with us are just some of his very few possessions that he had, very rare ones. So I'm just going to share some of those with you and then we will conclude. See, this is the kamandalu that Tapovan Maharaj used to carry with him. If you go to Siddhbari, you can still see this kamandalu is on display in the kutia of Gurudev. So where the water he will carry, or sometimes even bhiksha he will take. And the sadhu sannyasis use this as the kamandal. This is the trunk, old battered trunk which was used to keep the mattresses and blanket in the summer months. And Tapovan Maharaj used to go off to the Gangotri in the summer, and in winter from Gangotri he'll come down to Uttarkashi. So whenever he is traveling that way, he'll just keep some basic blanket and some clothes, etc. inside this. This is the Gerua stones. Traditionally, the sannyasis will color the cloth by themselves with this Gerua color. So this stones of earth-colored Gerua are used by sannyasis to dye their clothes. Even Swami Chinmayanandaji used to dye his clothes in this way in the early years. Devotees would bring the offerings of white clothes and they would be dyed by soaking them in the water colored by the Gerua blocks. And very interesting is this. These are the spectacles of Tapovan Maharaj. When he used to walk sometimes in the sun, you see. So Swami Tapovan Maharaj embraced sannyas on his own on the banks of Narmada and called himself Swami Tyagananda. At that time, he threw away his spectacles as narrated by him in Ishwar Darshan. Later, he received formal sannyas diksha as per tradition along with the name Swami Tapovanam from Swami Janardhan Giri. Somewhere along the line, he got a fresh pair of spectacles of which only the frame remains. He used to walk extensively on the snowy peaks of the Himalayas, and so he used to wear dark glasses to protect the eyes from the blinding glare of the sunlight. So if you have traveled in the mountains, especially the ice, snow-capped mountains, the sunlight will reflect on the ice and then it will fall on our eyes. It can blind a person. So you need to protect the eyes. So the goggles are used, the spectacles are used. And this is the mat on which Tapovan Maharaj used to sit and meditate. Spent a major part of his life seated on a mat on the veranda in his small kutia in Uttarkashi. Great scholars and spiritual masters visited him, and so did simple village folk and shepherds and occasional devotees. He gave darshan to all, and he would share knowledge with everyone. This was our great Guru, Param Guru Swami Tapovan Maharaj. And here is a small video of Gurudev. Means on Gurudev, a beautiful poem with which I will conclude.
Will any walk this way with me, the way I long to go, the narrow road of no return, a way few wish to know? Who longs to go the way I go, alone and all forlorn, to walk the way the lonely go, through desert, night and thorn? From long ago in days of old, by fiery wheel and hill, there went a few who show the way to follow if you will. But he who goes must thirsting go, belonging none has he, to find the end that's endless, all forsaken needlessly. Will any walk this way with me, the way I long to go, the narrow road of no return, a way few wish to know?
Okay, so that is what I wanted to share with you. Guru for youth. May all these great masters, they ever inspire us, and may we live up to their vision, up to their knowledge that they give us, and pass it on to the next generation also. So that's where I stop. Wish you all a happy Guru Purnima that is coming up. Anything you want to ask, share, you're welcome.
Hari Om Swamiji, can you please share on the values you have given on Shiva Tattva and Shiva, first page of it?
You want to see that this thing, the PPT? Okay, 1 minute.
Thank you, Swamiji.
This one?
Yes, Swami.
This page or the other page? There are two other pages.
First page.
This is the first one, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So all of you are a part of the class, the study class, I mean the chick class.
Swamiji, most of them are, some of them are have also joined. But from.
Okay, very nice.
Truly a treat, Swamiji. It's a very, very nice program. So
Which
much
one?
information. But truly a treat to listen to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Swamiji. It was very wonderful having you. Thank you so much for your time among your busy schedule. Just when you're talking about Adi Shankara, I remembered that everybody also must know about the skit that recently was done on
Dharma Yodha Vidyaranya.
Which is about the guru of one of the students of disciples of Swami Adi Shankara. So I don't want to talk more because we want to go with the feeling that you have given us. Thank you so much, Swamiji.
Thank you so much. It was nice to meet all of you.
Thanks a lot, Swamiji. We came to know many aspects and many new facts about all this Guru and Guru Parampara.
Nice.
Thank you and pranam to you.
So I will do one thing. I'm going to share the PDF of this presentation and the two videos. One is the 1880s and one is Gurudev's, the last song which is there. You can pass it on to whoever has come. Thank you. Om. So we will conclude by just chanting Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha 11 times and then Purnamada. Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. 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 Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. Sarve Santu Niramayaha. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya. Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya. Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate. Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Harihi Om.